Hi Tappers! Today we are going to dive into the SUD score, or Subjective Units of Distress. This is that 0 to 10 scale that is used in a lot of medical settings as well as in tapping. Basically, it's an easy, quick way to measure in a broad sense where you are in relation to what is being asked. How well did you sleep last night? About a 4. Is your body currently in pain? Yeah, but not much. I'm like a 2. How possible does this feel for you? It sounds about 80% possible. Okay, the belief question is a different acronym, but the same principle applies. Typically, 0 means whatever is being asked is completely absent, and 10 is that it's 100% present. Now, this can be for or against what you are working on, depending on how the question is phrased. But why ask this at all? Why is this a part of EFT? Because of the apex effect. The apex effect is when you no longer have an intensity associated with something and you forgot entirely that the intensity used to exist. For example, this is a true story. A young man was completely overwhelmed by a high school assignment to give an oral presentation in front of his class. Now, he had an intense fear of public speaking. His parent knew EFT and suggested that they tap on it together. As they started, he was in despair of his assignment. His emotions were huge and just spinning out all over the place. He was showing signs of high physical distress. His SUD score was an 8. As they tapped, they unwove several concerns and 2 earlier memories. They closed the session, and the boy was feeling great. He thanked his parent, and he went about his day, wrote his assignment, and then later on, his parent checked in to see how things were going with that fear of public speaking. The young man replied with a bit of an attitude, saying that, "I don't have a fear of public speaking. What are you talking about? I never have." To this day, he's completely unable to acknowledge any fear he ever had associated with public speaking. And also, he now happens to be a great public speaker. He seems to look very natural and feel really calm in front of others when he speaks. How does such a thing happen? Well, remember how the brain preens neuron connections that it deems that are useless? His brain determined through the use of EFT that the fear of speaking wasn't needed anymore, and it broke apart that bridge between speaking in front of others and fear. It's not that he's over it or that he no longer needs to be brave about it. It physically no longer exists. Just like a bridge that you could drive your car over, if that were to collapse, you could no longer reach what was on the other side. He simply couldn't conceptualize the fear because the bridge to it was non-existent. So tapping, does it cause amnesia? No. No, amnesia is about memories of full events being erased. What EFT does is it unhooks the current day emotions from past events. Do you see the difference? You may have a memory that right now is entirely traumatic and overwhelming to even recall. After EFT, you will still have the memory and you will still be able to recall that it was difficult, unpleasant, maybe scary, but you will no longer have that bridge of current emotion to it. That live wire is severed. And something that is like a phobia, like public speaking often is, it can completely undo the phobia, which is why it seems similar to amnesia in that circumstance. So, what does this have to do with SUD scores? Well, if you are forever forgetting how it used to feel, how will you ever know if you've made progress? There are other reasons for tracking it as well, such as when your score maybe goes up instead of down. When it goes up, that usually means you found a deeper gold mine to continue digging out. And the higher your score signals, it's telling you to keep going down that pathway to find what's at the bottom. Is a SUD score necessary to be effective for EFT? No. it isn't, but it's very, very helpful, and it can really give you a lot of encouragement to keep going, since you literally don't have a past anymore to compare to your current place. Going back and seeing your own handwriting, showing how badly you were in pain, in fear, in anger, in distress, and so on just a short time ago, and be able to say, wow, I don't feel any of that anymore, is highly rewarding and really encouraging. I'll see you soon.